Today on the channel, we're back at it with another Mythic Legions unboxing, this time with the Shadow Orc Grunt.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Mythic Legions unboxing and review. And today, we got another army builder with the Shadow Orc Grunt. But for all your Mythic Legions needs and a whole lot more, make sure you hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%, 15%. Can you believe that? Head over to Jay's Toys and Games for all your action figure needs. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there as part of this Mythic Monday, every single Monday. Until we can't, we're going to be unboxing Mythic Legion figures, finally diving in. I've had about 2 years of collecting Mythic Legions, actually more than that, and I've built up quite the stack. And I always look over because I can see the huge stack over there. Going to work ours through one by one every single Monday on Kyle Peterson 2.0, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're into Mythic Legions, we can learn together. And I'm definitely a Legions fan, definitely paid attention for a long time. However, it is tough to have a memory to memorize everything, what team they're a part of, what line they're a part of, but it is fun to kind of reminisce and see these with brand new eyes for the first time, I guess is what we'll say there. But let's dive into it here. Let's dive into the Shadow Orc. And everybody's scared of those orcs, and rightfully so. They got a face only a mother could love. Of course, Mythic Legions down here. Big old orc in there, a little darker color, but big bubble window there. If you want to get his signature, maybe you will. I heard he might be signing at Legion Con right out front there, so check out him at Legion Con if you're there. Anything else on here on the front? Nothing really to talk about. Got his little crest over there. Shadow Orc Grunt Army Builder on the side. Let's see what it says about him over here. How about one of the deadliest and most terrifying units in the Legion of Arthur, you know what I mean, is known as the Shadow Battalion, comprised of bloodthirsty shadow orcs who relish the chaos of battle. These savage soldiers are led by one of their own, the strategist named Gorthok. Having represented the Legion of Arthur at the secret meeting of the Legions of Dark, called the Covenant of Shadow, Gorthok now awaits the call to lead his Shadow Orc Grunts from the subterranean homes and into glorious battle in the name of their fiery guard, Arthur. And I do have that figure with his horse. We'll get to that eventually here on the channel. Subterranean home, like a young subterranean homesick blues, like a young Bob Dylan way back in the 60s. Shout out to good friend of the channel, Bob Dylan. Yeah, sure, why not? Sounds good. Sounds good. Forgot the back. Should mention that there. You can pause the video and read all that if you want to. I can only read so much, folks. I can only read so much. You got a baggie of weapons. Everybody loves a baggie of weapons. Then you got him locked in here. I'm going to take this offline, get all this removed, and we'll be back talking all things Mythic Legion. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's see what's going on with this orc out of the package. And as usual, we'll start with all the accessories. No extra hands for this orc. He's stuck with what he has. Of course, you do get the little lanyard, little belt, whatever you want to call it. Sash, maybe. You do get this. We get that with all the Mythic Legion figures, of course. We do get the shoulder guards here. So once again, it's an army builder. You can make them feel different if you want to. Shoulder guards on, shoulder guards off. Choose your own Mythic adventure, as we usually say, but nice silver ones here. Got some dings and dents in it. This is an orc that's seen battle a time or two. But he's got some weapons as well, and I guess he's living in the Bronze Age is what he's living in. He's got some bronze weapons. A very primitive axe right here. Almost looked like he took a stick off a tree and just stuck this on there. Got a little bit of decor on the very end, but a bronze one right there. He's got a big club. I don't know what else you would even call this thing, but once again, looks almost like a big piece of wood with the club attached to it. It's all painted in bronze. I wish this was like brown. It would give it a little bit more rugged feel. It would. But a big old club here if you want that. And then a big old sword right here. You got some hieroglyphics from the orcs of old, I guess, on there. But you get some of that. Of course, the handle here, but all in one color, part of this army builder. Now, you get 3 weapons for him. You buy multiples of these. Different weapons for different guys, make them feel as different as possible, and that includes a different head. So we get 2 heads with this orc army builder. Right out of the package, you get one looking very fierce. You got the big old horns over here. These horns are removable if that is your thing, or you can adjust them, have them down, have them up, have them back. Choose your own horn adventure at the end of the day as well. Does got a big helmet over the top. Helmet's not removable here. And then you see that orc face back there. And orcs not just for Lord of the Rings anymore. They're for the Mythic Legions. But he's got those tusks coming out of his mouth, looking mean, looking menacing. Really looking like an orc, like he's out of the World of Warcraft or Lord of the Rings, something like that. So pretty much on brand for an orc. Second head, very similar. You got the tusks, this time a little bit bigger, a little bit more nose and chin showing on this one. But once again, you do get a big helmet over the top. A very similar helmet, not quite as ornate. And instead of the horns, you get the big orc ears sticking out of this one here. So once again, choose your own head adventure. How do you want to do it? It's up to you, but if you buy two of them, you got two distinct looks for these guys if you want to. Now looking at the articulation on this, arms all the way around for us, single jointed elbows, side to side of course, hands back and forth, side to side, waist articulation back and forth, got those big old orc splits, kinda, legs go up a little bit there, a little thigh cut action, single jointed knee, side to side, ankles back and forth, side to side, up and down. Of course, bare feet on this orc. They got strong, strong feet. They don't need shoes. They don't need socks. They don't need service either. That's what they don't need. But looking good, all things considered here. Now, he does got bare arms there. You got a dark orc skin, but you got the forearm guards, a little bit of spike action there. Talked about only one set of hands, two gripping hands. Makes sense. He's got to be able to grip it and rip it with these weapons. He's got the armor over the top looking very nice here. Of course, holes in the back to plug those shoulders in if you want to do that. A little bit of a protector right here around the neck, just in case somebody's trying to stab him. He's got some protection right there. Got a little chain mail down here in brown against the gray. Really does look nice. You do get the side protection there on the thighs. Got those big old Terry Steinbach shin guards down here as well. Got to protect the shins. Nothing worse than a kick to the shins or a knife or an axe to the shins as well. That's a piece of business you don't want to be a piece of course. But looking good there. But it is just your standard army builder. Not a lot of personality here. It's just a guy that's going to be in the background, leading the team, leading the horses, leading everybody else. That's what he's going to do. It's almost like a pawn in chess is what he's like. And he does fit on a Mattel ringside stand. What do you know? He does. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Orc builder ready to do orc things is what he's ready to do. I did have a little goblin army builder right here. One of the littler characters from, of course, the Mythic Legion. So a little bit of comparison here. I never know who to compare some of these guys to from time to time. But another little army builder guy. I love the big guys. I love the little guys. I love all the guys from Mythic Legions. And all the orcs too. How about that? But there it is. Another Mythic Monday with a little orc army builder this Monday. What are your guys' thoughts here? Which head do you prefer? Did you get this guy? Are you army building this guy? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bell. We got videos every single day and then some. We got even more content for you, of course, over on Patreon. Patreon, your best way to support this YouTube channel. You also get early access to the Mythic Mondays. You get it much earlier than Monday, if that is your thing. ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget, SirPaul64 over on the X is where you're going to find me. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for a little orc army builder, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.